Here's how to make the brand new best straight sword inside of Roblox before its brand new update. So basically, there is brand new weapons, things like katanas and other weapons that are still pretty good, but this is going to be a very cheap one. You can get it very early on in playing the update, and you won't need that many ores for it. Since there is still the glitch going on where you could use 4 ores, but one of them, that you could still have a 14% chance for straight sword, and you'll have a 100% chance to recycle all of them back, that is what will be the method. Now, for the 4 or 3 that you would use, you would use Cubite, which has a 17x multiplier, the Meteorite, which is a 14.44x multiplier, the Heavenly Orb, which is a 15.15 multiplier, and the Gargantuan, which is a 15 multiplier. I will go over the passives too. So if you want the better stats, which is basically 2 Gargantuan, 2 Meteorite, and 2 Cubite, I only have 1, you would have a chance for a straight sword. But if you want to do it as an infinite chance to go, the better recipe would be Gargantuan, Meteorite, Cubite, and Heavenly Orb. This will give you the best time. Obviously, you have an 86% chance for a dagger, and you would have to get some straight sword that's hopefully one of these 4 good ones, and not the 2 katana type straight swords. It has a 15.4x multiplier with all of these passives, and these passives are actually crazy, so let me show you in a sec. Bro, we got a straight sword first try, but it's garbage. And here are the stands. So this is just the Hachiwari, which is the bad sword that you could get that's a straight sword. All the other ones have way better base damage. This one has a base damage of 250. This does have good base damage now, since all these other weapons have been nerfed. But now you need to look at these passives. These passives are kind of crazy. So the Cubite, which is the one that you get from the boss, gives a 31% crit chance and a 13.95% crit damage. Now, these aren't completely perfect, since we did use 25% of each and not 30, so it would go up by a little bit more, but this is still crazy. And then because the Heavenly Orb actually only has a multiplier, it actually doesn't have a passive for weapons. And the Gargantuan has explosive as a passive, and the Meteorite has explosive and fire, which means for this weapon, the fire, which comes from the Meteorite, and I'm pretty sure also the Gargantuan, now you've got 50% of weapon damage as fire per second for 3.8 seconds, and has a 31% chance on hit, which is absolutely crazy. You do 50% more damage for burn damage. And now this is even more broke. 85% weapon damage as AoE damage per hit, which has a 27% chance on hit. Now, previously, I did make this hook blade, which I used 2 Meteorite, 2 Heavenly Orb, and 2 Gargantuan for. And basically, if you do the 2-2-2 method, but replace the Heavenly Orb with Cubite, and if you get something good, then you can have 110% weapon damage as AoE, which basically doubles your damage, over doubles your damage, which basically means every time it does an explosion, I do over 600 base damage every 4.4 attacks per second. Now, sadly, when I did make that, I didn't use the Cubite from the boss, but that is the better one that you want to go for if you are more rich and you're not that broke. But as you can see, I can recycle all of these back now, and I will obviously keep going and trying to get a health layer, maybe the new one. And that's it for the video. If you made it to the end, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.